So take it in a positive spirit and work on that. We'll continue with the binary file handling. Yesterday we stopped with the binary file handling. The question is, yeah. So yesterday, where did we stop? With the binary file handling question. Note down the question, children. Write a function. Write a function. See, this is the question. A binary file book.dat has a structure, book number, book name, author, price. Write a user-defined function, create file, to input data for a record and add to book.dat. Okay. Where we stopped yesterday, there only we are continuing. Okay. So what was the question? No down. See, what is the question here? A book.dat. Okay, so yeah, wait. That was the second question, third, fourth question. Yes, I'll give you that question. Okay, anyway, so we will create a new one. So this is the question here. A binary file book.dat has a structure, book number, book name, author, and the price. Right. So now you should write a yeah, Pavan, no more discussions. Pulkit, yeah, continue writing, noting down. Yeah. So this is the question. Praveen, have you noted down? Asim, noted down? Yeah. A binary file book.dat has a structure, book number, book name, author, price. Okay, what are we supposed to do? This is 5 marks question. Write a user-defined function, create file, to input data for a record and add to book.dat. And second part of the question is, write a function count rec in Python that accepts a author name as parameter and count and return the number of books by the given author as stored in the binary file book.dat. Okay, whenever we are handling binary files, what is the module that needs to be imported? Which module needs to be imported, Vamshi? Which module needs to be imported for this binary file handling? Vamshi? Vaishnav? For binary file handling, which module? Pickle module. Very good. So write down. So what should we write first? Import pickle. Yeah, no more commentary here. Children, it is really pathetic. After repeated explanation, right, import pickle. Then what are we supposed to do here? What is the next step? What is the next step? Asim, what is the next step? Read the question. What is the next step? What are we supposed to do? 2 definitions you should write. Define करना है. So define के लिए def use करेंगे. What is the function name? Asim. What is the first function? Create file. Right. So def create file. Create file function, always function name follows a parenthesis. Okay. Okay, then followed by colon, then the body of the function. So in create file, what are we doing here? What is the file name? So we need a file object, and using file object some f, okay, equal to open that file. Which file? Book.dat. Book.dat. In which mode we should open? In which mode we should open? Why read binary? Shall I write READ binary? What should I write? RB. RB within inverted commas. Okay? So yeah, Reserve Bank of India. That is of Praveen's. Okay, binary file handling is Reserve Bank for Praveen. Right. That will give you 5 marks, isn't it? Yeah. So right. So if you focus on this, you will get 5 marks into your bank. It will be credited. Right. Now tell me, what is the next step? Now we kept open. So book पढ़ना है तो करना क्या है? पहले तो इसको open करना है. Now you open that book. Now what should we do? What should we do? We open for, see, read the question carefully. Now Praveen will answer. Create file. Purpose of create file function. What is the purpose of create file function? Praveen only will answer. Praveen. Create file. What is the purpose? What is the purpose of create file? To input data. Input means reading or writing. Reading or writing? Writing. Right? So in which mode we should open? In which mode? Creation means we are writing content into that, isn't it? So in which mode we should open? WB mode. Very good. So understood. Is it clear? WB कब use करेंगे? When we are writing some content into that. Overwriting. Every time we execute, it will be from the beginning. Previous content is gone. Okay? Right. So what do we want to write into this file? What do you want to write into this file? What is that record? What is the record structure given here? Yeah, book number we should enter, book name we should enter, author and price. So let us take book number. So it is the input from the console we are taking. Right? Enter book number. Okay? Next, write down. What is the next one? Book name. The name is input. Enter. Yeah. Write down. Write down. Parallel you can write down, Pravi. Yeah. Enter book name. Because it is a string, no need of converting into any other type int or float by using explicit type conversion. Okay. Now tell me, Praveen. Author. Author is, yeah, so you am giving. So author, enter author name. Okay. Next, what else I should take? Price. Okay. So price equal to, price is number, isn't it? Integer or floating point value. Okay. So enter price of the book. Right. So now create the book dictionary. Okay, one book. कैसे बनेगा? So book is, first one is book number is the key, isn't it? So book is with the key, book number. What is the value we are giving to book number? Krishnagant, what is the value we are giving to book number? What is the value we have given here in our coding? What is the value, Pulkit? Look at this program, right? Just now we have read, na? Where is the value read into? B and O. So B and O is the book number. Next, what is the next key? Book name is the next key. Right. So what should we enter here? Book name is B name. Now continue. Complete like that. Right.
Ma'am, can you hear us?
author is a writer while writing the coding और next time shift हो गया तो problem नहीं है ना मैम.
Write down like this.
लेकिन अगर हम कोडिंग कर रहे हैं घर पे तो कोडिंग करते हुए नेक्स्ट शिफ्ट हो गया लंबा चला गया तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है ना. ये बोल रहे थे बुक नंबर बी नंबर हो गया, बुक नंबर बी एन हो गया, बुक नेम बी नेम और मान लो प्राइस गलती से लिखते वक्त सेकंड लाइन में गलती से नहीं वो लाइन खत्म हो गया नेक्स्ट लाइन में आ गया तो काउंट होगा ना वो.
Praveen, if you are not interested, it is my humble request. At least listen. Yeah, I know you are doing, but not at the cost of others. So, right? You have no right to disturb others, right? Yeah.
Ma'am! Ma'am, can you hear us?
Shruti, tell me, ma.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma, tell me, Shruti.
My screen is not shared with us. We can't see the screen.
Yes, ma, tell me, Shruti.
Ma'am, screen is not shared with us. We can't see the screen.
Yeah. Now, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, right. Yeah, now continue. Praveen, finished writing? Now, what is the price here? So now one dictionary is finished. Right. But how many books details you are entering? Yeah. So that means number of books. You enter input, number of books. Pulkit, have you completed writing here? So these many times we are reading a book. Immediately after reading the book, what are we supposed to do? Write into the file. फाइल में कौन सा फाइल में डालना है? What is the file object here? What is the file object here? इधर look at the board. What is the file object? F is the file object. ठीक है? See, if without a joke, if you are laughing or smiling, or when there is a joke, if you are not laughing or smiling, then something we have to think over, right? You are mature enough to understand what I mean, right? Got it, right? Chandana got it. Good. So now immediately once the structure is ready, the entire item is to be copied into file. Now, how do we do that? Pavan, tell me how to put this B into file. Yeah, remaining all of you keep quiet, man. Pavan will answer. Pavan will answer. Pavan, get up, stand up there. Now you can able to see clearly. Yeah, that's what I asked you to sit in the front. Come here, take your stool and take your book. Come here, quickly. Take your pen. You are not here to just spend time. Quick man, take stool there. Huh?
Number of books, ma'am.
That is not an error. That is whatever text we write within inverted commas, as it is, it will come in the output. Arindam, you also move to that corner. Hmm. Praveen, you come, little friend. We ask your father to bring some special fan attached to you. Wherever you go, it will follow you. Move, man. Move, get up. Move, friend. If you don't listen, you see. I don't want to tell repeatedly. Right now. So now, what are we supposed to do? Write the B into file. How do we do that? Using the pickle module. Come, keep your book here.
It's okay. It's okay.
Come this
No,
side.
no, no.
It's not okay with me. For you, it is okay, but it is not okay with everybody in the class. Come this side. Come. So that I can also see what you are writing.
I'm writing.
Move. Move little.
It's fine.
Good boy. Right. So now, what are we supposed to do? Which method we should use to write into the file, binary file? Pickle.dump. Right. Pickle.dump. What are we supposed to write? What are we dumping? What is ready with us? B. B is the book, right? All the details of the book. That is book number, book name, author name, price, book.
Why not?
Move, don't touch. Move.
हम लिखूंगा कैसे हम टच नहीं करूंगा
और थोड़ा सा आगे और थोड़ा pickle.dump B. Where are we dumping this B? Into file F. Right. So once we dump into the file, that is written into the file. Content is written into the file. Now what are we supposed to do? Continue the loop. How many books you want to enter? After completion of all the entries, what are we supposed to do? Close that file object. Okay? So this is how we create a file. Got it? Next, what is the next definition? Write a function count REC, that is count records. Right. So definition means how do we write? DEF and then name of the function, and then what are we supposed to do here? What are we supposed to do here? In count record, it accepts the other name as parameter. So accepts the other name as parameter means ब्रैकेट में क्या डालना है? कुछ other name तो पास हो रहा है, ठीक है? So Arindam, don't make noise, ma. Right. So now count REC that accepts the other name as parameter. Parameter तो होना चाहिए. So when the parameter they haven't mentioned, nothing need not be given. Right. Nothing need be given in the brackets. But here, as it is mentioned, it has to be given. Okay, parameter has to be given. So if this parameter is some value we are passing from the main function. Okay, Srishti. So when this value is matching, then we should, what are we supposed to do? Count how many books of that author, right? And then return the number of books. Okay, so we should count and display, right? Count and return the number of books. So what are we supposed to return? Return a count. So what is the count? Initially, count to initially 0. Where are we doing this count? In the file. So right, if my file is, what is the file? Book.dat, isn't it? Book.dat. Which mode we have to open and read? Na? Sabhi ko pata chalega na? How many are there from the beginning? We keep reading from the beginning and searching wherever that other name is there. So what are we? What is the mode we should use here? Which mode we should use? Read mode. So read binary. Okay. So either single quote or double quote you can use. Okay. So now the file is open. So whatever the file is open, that file to finally close the karna hai. Right. But after opening, what for we opened? What for we opened? To read. To read and check whether that whatever the value we read, is it matching with the given author. Okay. So how do we read? How do we read content from the file? Tell me. How do we read content from the binary file? How do we write into the binary file using dump? So now how do we read? How do we read? Tell me. Using load method. Right. So what are we supposed to do? Pickle dot load. क्या लोड करेंगे? कहाँ से लोड करेंगे? फाइल से. So whatever, whenever we apply load method, it will be loading one entire dictionary. Now here one by one dictionary at a time we have entered into the file, isn't it? One by dictionary we entered, isn't it? So for that reason, one by book we entered, right? Okay. So once we load, what will be loaded? One book will be loaded. FI is the now see. So FI. It should be FI. Very good. Tanisha. Good observation. Whatever we loaded. So one object, that is one entire structure of, that is first record will come out. So that let it be, what is that? Book. Okay. So that, yeah. Yeah, load will return a value, no? So load is giving you a value. Okay, you read from it. So that value is with you. Now you have to check if that book author name. So how do we get? What is the key here? Key is author. If this is matching with the given one means whatever is passed as a parameter. If this is matching, what are we supposed to do? Count ko pada de. Do we need to display? No. Check here, na. Count the author, accept the author name and count and return the number of books. So we need not display anything here. Okay. So pura khatam karne ke baad, see how long we have to do this. As long as we are working on the binary file, put into your try exception block, because whenever a file reaches to the end of file, there should not be any runtime error. For that, we are using try except block. If there is an end of file error, then break the loop. Got it, check? So now this, we are not printing here, we are returning this value from this function. So this much only you should write in your theory paper. आगे समझ में. But in the practical exam, suppose if the question has come, so without writing the main coding, your coding will not, we cannot test it. Your coding will not execute any, it will not give any output. So first, what are we supposed to do? You have to create a file. ठीक है? So first create file के लिए तो function लिखा है ना, just call that function. And then what are we supposed to do next? Next क्या करना क्या है? Count records. But author name तो चाहिए ना. So for whom you are searching, for whose book you are searching. So that author name should be given as the input. Enter author name to be searched and counted. Okay. So file में search करके count बनाना है ना. So enter the author name and then just call this function with this author name. Listen. So with this author name, what is author name now? We are searching A. So this A is copied into AUTH. आगे समझ में? So let me execute and show you. एक minute. Let me execute. So this is book binary file handle, right? Yeah, enter number of books. Suppose, yeah, 4 books. Enter book number 1. Okay, book name.
Asim the Great.
Okay, Asim the Great. Let me see how great you are.
Yes.
Right. So other Asim. Price. See now Praveen will tell. One by one only will tell. See right now Praveen's choice. Now tell me book number 2.
96.
Book name 96. Okay. Hmm. Book now other name Praveen.
Arindam Datta. Praveen Arindam.
Price
616161.
616. Okay. Next, Pavan, tell me your book number 3. Pavan, only Pavan will speak. Asim, you keep quiet.
Nepali.
Pavan,
Nepali.
only one Pavan is there in this class.
Nepali speaking.
Pavan, tell me.
Nepali is.
Pavan will speak. If others will speak, you see. Pavan,
Selling Nepali on.
Pavan,
Teachers are God.
teachers are.
God.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, now other name Pavan. Next, price 1000 rupees. Okay. Now enter the book number Arindam. Tell me details. Tanisha, I didn't ask you. I didn't ask Asim. Arindam. Only Arindam. Book name. Okay, price. Right. So now whom do we want to search? Arindam ka search kare. Arindam, we haven't done the case sensitive comparison, isn't it? So as we have entered that way only, we should enter the name also. Now you see, nothing has come. Why? Okay, so here what we do know, if we want to, whatever way we enter, if we want to check it in the, convert it into lowercase and compare with the, okay, here everything you enter into lowercase. Here also, whatever we do know, so convert into lowercase. Other name, yes ma'am, dot lower. Okay. So now let's execute once again. The enter number of books, one book we will do. Praveen, tell me. Book number 1. Name. Huh? What is it?
Kelly about the best.
Maybe about.
Kelly number 1. Kelly about number 1.
The best. Okay. So what is, who is other?
PC Rajan.
Yeah. So he deserve it, right? Yeah. Enterprise. Yes. He has given so much to KVFL, isn't it?
No, only what?
Enterprise.
Enterprise 0.000144.
Point nahi chahiye, na, because we have read it in integers. Right. So now enter other name to be searched. So case sensitive तो अब तो काम करेगा क्यों हमने lower डाल दिया ना, but also we did not get anything. Why? Wait, see here the value returned from this to be captured in the function from where it is invoked. Here we are calling it, but where have you taken the result? It is returning a value, right? That value either you should directly print or you have to take it into some other variable and print number of books by the given author are how many? How many books? X count. X again na count. Okay. Got it? So that is where you have to be careful when a function returns a value. Okay, when a function returns a value, it has to be assigned to another variable. Got it? So here create file, so it is not returning. Return करके कुछ है ही नहीं इधर, है ना? So when you no return, it returns what value? None. N-O-N-E, none. N-O-N-E, none. Okay? So this will be coming for 1 mark question. What value is returned by a function when nothing is returned from the function? Just a return keyword. Okay? Without return keyword also, what is the value coming out of this function? None. N-O-N-E, none. Okay. If we write it or if you do not write it also, by default, value coming out of a function is none. Is none. Please. No. Please. See. Arindan. Both of you want to go out now. But don't disturb here. Right. So now you see, count record means, what is the count record? It is a function returning the count. So when a value is returned from the function, that value either it has to be assigned to another variable or directly it has to be put into a print statement. Got it? Because the value is coming out from it. Got it? So we are not just displaying there. Okay? So that is the reason we did not get any output. Now let me show you output. See, enter number of books, 1 book. Okay, right? So what is the book name? K.V. Hebbal, the best time?
No.
Yeah. Right. So who is the author? Right. So now we are entering the price. Price is some 40. Right. Enter the other name to be searched. Got it? So now when we enter the other name, how many books? Are answer? Okay? Correct na? Coding, see, you must be thinking, pura coding correct, logically it is correct. But what is a mistake you committed? Here, whatever the function returning a value, that value is not displayed. Okay, that is the reason you are not getting anything in the output. Aage samajh mein? Now you copy it.
Okay. No.
Understood? Any doubt here? Right. Shall we proceed to the next?
No, ma'am.
But in the question they asked, no. Count and return the number of books.
Yes, that's not the question.
Yeah.
Then if we print the function, let me get none.
Oh, yeah. Here it should be printed now. Then you will get out. Yeah. So here itself you can write the print count. Instead of returning, you can write. So then the display will come. Without print statement, display में आपको कुछ नहीं आएगा. Okay, finished writing? See, this is the 5 marks question in your board paper. That is the last question, question number 40. Internal choice is there. Even the internal choice is there. Both are binary files only. Okay? So, the way you should learn.
Wait, ma'am. First, right.
See, indentation is very, 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 very important. Again and again, I'm telling you people.
Take attendance.
If you are not attending in the class, your attendance is absent only. You know. Adrija,
Yes.
you are Adrija. Yes, ma, give your attendance.
Dinesh.
Shruti, Prarthana, Srishti, then Chandana. There's something wrong with you. I'm saying go to the hospital. Check it.
Huh?
Feminine characteristics are increasing. Arindam, Asim, Kavya Durga Sai Krishna, Krishnakant, Santa Milan, Mohit, Tarak, Pavan, Pulkit, Vamshi, Vignesh. Praveen absent. You go, man. You go. You go, I say. Right. So now, yeah, write a function in Python to search and display details. Function write a function in Python to search and display details. To search and display bus details whose destination is Bangalore from a binary file bus.dat. Assuming the binary file is containing bus.dat. Assuming the binary file is containing the following elements in the list. So here it is not a dictionary, but it is a list. Okay, list में क्या क्या है? Bus number, bus starting point, and bus destination. No need. Only these details are enough. To search, you have to search and display details of buses, whatever the bus that is traveling to Bangalore. Come on, take. That much in question is there.
Hi,
Right.
ma'am.
So right now, what is the module to be? What is the module to be imported here? Asim, tell me. So what is the function to be written? Create file लिखना है. See function in Python to search and display. तो create file तो हाँ तो create file तो लिखने का जरूरत नहीं. So first we should create for the purpose of what is the right now what are we supposed to do? Which file to be opened? Bus. Okay, very good. Now read mode or write mode? क्यों? Search करने के लिए here we are supposed to write a function, right? So function के लिए def. What is the function name? Search. Okay. To search and display bus details whose destination is Bangalore. So destination चाहिए. Now okay, F को open करेंगे. Which mode we are opening? Which mode? RB. ठीक है. So next, yeah. What are we supposed to do? We have to read from the file. When we read, what do we get? Details of one bus. Okay. So how do we get? How do we get? Encoding. How do we write? How to read it from the file? How to read, man? How to read? Pickle dot load. Very good. Pickle dot load. From which file? Yes. Okay. Right. Now, whatever the bus details we received, okay, we retrieved into our file. In that, we have to check destination. So, in the list, what is the index of bus number? Yeah, list na. This is not a dictionary. So, bus number का index क्या है? 0. Starting point का index 1. Next destination का index 2. So if bus का second element value is matching with Bangalore, then what are we supposed to do? If it is matching with that, what are we supposed to do? Search and display. Display. What are we supposed to display? Display bus number. Read it carefully, ma. Question. What is the question? Bus details. मतलब क्या है? Only bus number, Chandana. All the details. So whatever it is there in the bus. So print. This function is over. But main function तो लिखना है ना. हमको execute करके देखना है तो. So main function में क्या लिखना है? First you should open the file. Here to see only one reading we have done, but throughout the file we should read na. So what we should do while true, put all these things into try except block. Okay, right? Exception क्या है? EOF error. ब्रेक कर दो. लूप से बाहर आने के बाद एक फाइल क्लोज करें. ठीक है. 1 minute sir, I'll come. Oh, Ramesh sir. Right. So now quickly you do this. File ko first you should open that file and dump. What is the file name? Bus.dat in which mode? We are first writing the content into the file. Okay. So we have to read the details of a bus. Well, what is the input? Enter bus number, start point and destination. Correct, na? Right. So whatever bus is read, that we are putting into this file. Fi. Yes, sir. Fi dot close. Right. So now we are reading. You don't want means don't attend. I'm telling you. Give it here.
Yeah.
Whatever noise you are making. If you play, the time will come, we will also play. I'm telling you. Okay? So hardly you have time for your practical examination. When is your practical, you know? Immediately after your report, you have practical examinations. Okay? I know how much you have done, how much you will be able to do in the practical examination also. Once for all, see, once we are having that human nature means one word is enough. One word only is enough. But every day, in every period, when again and again telling means, okay, nothing will, reduce my image or increase my image because of the audience. Okay, I know what I'm right. So now enter bus number. So it is a list. Okay, yeah. So bus suppose from the Hyderabad, okay, to Bangalore. So this is as a list eval. So B is not defined. So what is this bus? BUS, na? This value is BUS. So that has to be dumped into FI. Now let's check. So enter bus number. Enter starting point of the bus, and what is the destination? Bangalore is the destination. Okay. So now you see nothing has come. Why? Why we haven't called the function? Nah? You see, we have written this, but have we called the function to search? So you have to search it in the file, right? अभी तो आपका output आएगा ना? So now you see, once again I'm entering the details. So from bus number 1 from Hyderabad to Bangalore, right? आ गया output. So दो बार क्यों आ गया? इधर तो हमने entries check कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? Contents of the file. Okay. So then what are we doing? This is the search result. Okay. So print. These are the bus details with the given destination. Okay. So now here only one we checked. Now if we want to do repeated execution, how many buses you want to give, right? Enter number of buses. Okay. So now what are we supposed to do? Take a loop on that for I in range of n, that is 0 say enter. So keep on reading the input. Immediately after reading the input, dump that input into the right. So after completion of that reading, okay. So now, yeah, I don't want to display here. Just search in the file and then right. So now number of buses. Suppose 3 buses. Okay. So first bus is from Hyderabad to Bangalore. Okay. So next bus is next bus का बताओ Delhi to Bombay. ठीक है. And next bus Pune to Bangalore लिखेंगे. ठीक है. So we should get the output Pune to Bangalore 1 and 3. Those two details we should get as the output. आ गया. So bus details with the destination Bangalore. 1 Hyderabad to Bangalore आ गया. 3 Pune to Bangalore आ गया. So this is how you should. So previously we have done with a dictionary. Now we have done with a list. So any kind of input, if it is a tuple also, we can give and retrieve. We are not updating, right? Tuple we cannot change because it is mutable type. But we can retrieve. We can just read the content and display. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. So in the Google Sheet, that is Google document, I have given you some more questions. So you can just go through and you can solve it and be benefited. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can ask. See, here bus dot dat already I have given the solution also. Some more questions I have given here. You just go through. Yeah, question C. I have given some more questions. Okay, similar ones you practice. 5 questions, you take it as a homework and practice. If you have any doubt, you come back to me. Yes. Sorry? Yeah, classroom may be shared here. That Google document. It is already shared. Okay, have a good day. God bless you all. Focus on your studies. You have very less time. If you play in the classroom, that will affect your progress. No noise here. You please make a move so that others, those who are having doubts, they can discuss.
Keyboard का mark नहीं है. Keyboard. Marks.
You collect from examination. I submitted in the examination. Yes, Mari. Bridget. Yeah. So eval is whatever the format we are giving. So if you are entering in the format of a dictionary, it will take it as a dictionary. So if you are entering in the format of a tuple, it will take it in the evaluate that whatever the expression into that format you convert automatically. Yeah. So because that is the reason. See, while giving input, how I am giving, you can see, no. So while giving input also, I have given it in the including that brackets, that format. So eval will take the entire format also automatically it will convert into that type.
And when we are entering details in language format, if we open it in WB again and again, there is a rewrite.
Rewrite. See now what happens. See Hyderabad, Bangalore, Bombay, Bangalore. एक और लिखा है ना. See don't come here. Don't take anything from here. Corrected ones to take. Yeah. Agriculture system का भी है तो see those are present उनका दे देना. So then, yeah, you use AP, AB, okay? Here, in place of WB, AB. So previous content will be there, and some more content will be added at the end of the file.
Even if the exam will ask you to write this down.
Yeah.
You can write everything, no?
उस दिन करेंगे एक्सटर्नल एग्जाम में जब आएगा प्रैक्टिकल एग्जामिनेशन लिखना है बट ओके नॉट विद द मार्क्स दे विल साइन सृष्टि हैव यू टेकन योर्स तो देन यस
Yes. I did it.
But record of sentence is left out. Praveen, you taken yours? Shall I sign inside? Recheck ना. चंदना तो क्यों ले रहे हो?
आइए ना.
चंदना सृष्टि take चंदना also dear.
Yes.
आप सीखा नहीं.
Yours, yeah, I'm taking.
हमें तो बहुत सारे लोग हैं ठीक है क्या ऐसे ही कर मतलब मेरा मैं ये फेस में ना
अरे कुछ बर्निंग स्मेल आ रहा है। Tell me, what's up, right? क्या करना है?
भाई आपने जो करवाया क्वेश्चन
क्वेश्चन से हिसाब तो बेटा मैंने आप पूछने से पहले ही मैं पूरा शेयर करके रखी थी।
आंसर्स भी डाल देना तो
हाँ अरे बेटा बार बार भेजने की जरूरत नहीं। सी आई विल शो यू हियर। सी ये रिवीजन वाला है ना, देखो दिस एंटायर डॉक्यूमेंट इज शेयर्ड इन योर क्लासरूम
विद आंसर्स
विद आंसर्स।
क्योंकि आप अपडेट करोगे तो इधर आ जाएगा
हाँ सो सी क्लासरूम रिवीजन फाइल हैंडलिंग है ना। सो नेसेसिटी 12th बी कंप्यूटर साइंस खोलो, इधर देखो क्लास वर्क में जाओ। सो क्लास वर्क में सी चैप्टर वाइज वेटेज फाइल हैंडलिंग रिवीजन। तो इधर देखो ये है ना डॉक्यूमेंट। देखो अब जो भी मॉडिफिकेशन किया है, सी everything I have given and then even the explanation video also I have given. They have given to them, ना बोल देना सबको एक बार क्रॉस चेक करने के लिए, because I have given them, so if they are misplacing somewhere here and there, then the other person will be in trouble, right?